Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Rasmus Hojlund stream. Yes, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on Rasmus Hojlund, why I think he is nowhere near good enough for Manchester United Football Club. We will be taking a look at his stats. I mean, I don't think there'll be a lot of stats, to be honest, but we'll have a look through it anyway. And yeah, I'll be interacting with you guys as always. Before I begin, I just want to say last night's emergency meeting was absolutely epic. It was great talking to Adam Partridge, Michael.Chelsea FC, Minerals FC, and Adam Dar 2025. Amazing emergency meeting. We absolutely landed the Minerals for about 3 hours. It was superb, honestly. I loved it. Such an amazing stream. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. If you're new to my YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button as I upload plenty of Manchester United content. I also talk about loads of different things other than football as well on this channel. So if you enjoy non-football related stuff, then make sure you're subscribing to this channel. And if you like your football content, me talk about loads of other football teams apart from Manchester United, please subscribe to my football channel. The link is in the title and it's also in the description and pinned on top of the live chat, and in the description to this video is my YouTube channel membership. Why not consider becoming a channel member today, where you get early access to new videos, you get members only videos, and members only live streams as well. You can select which level you want, level 1 or level 2. $1.99 a month for level 1, I say, is literally very reasonable. So if you want to help fund and support the channel, then you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chat and in the description as well. But let's get to it. As you know, Rasmus Hojlund recently has been on a massive goal drought. I don't think he scored in the Premier League at all this season, has he? Let's have a look a second, because his performances have been nowhere near good enough, honestly. I mean, what are we doing here? Why do we have him at Manchester United for if he's not going to score these goals? Rasmus Hojlund stats. Here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, so he has scored 2 goals this season. He's got 0 assists. He's got 2 yellow cards and none red cards so far. In the Europa League, he scored 5 goals. He got 1 assist in 8 matches, but to only score 2 goals in the Premier League in 22 matches, nowhere near sustainable for Manchester United Football Club's standards. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right. I mean, wow, them statistics are absolutely shocking, honestly. I mean, why on earth is he at this football club for? But he isn't getting the surface. And what? And what? Yeah, literally, he's not getting the surface, but he should be moving around a lot more, trying to make things happen, like what Joshua Sirski does. And Obi yesterday, like I said, he did more than what Rasmus Hojlund has done the whole season. It's just, he is nowhere near good enough. He is 22 years old, but and what? And what? Yeah? What does his age have anything to do with it? It's like the age gets used sometimes as an excuse, but he is an experienced enough striker. So why is it he is not scoring the goals? This is what I would love to know. It's just nowhere near good enough. Absolutely nowhere near sustainable. I mean, these stats are shocking, honestly. It's like what you don't expect from a Manchester United striker. But we are getting it because he's nowhere near good enough at the end of the day. But big up to every single one of you live and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. If you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? And please subscribe as well to my Mr. Joshie J football channel and F1 channel. The link to my football channel is in the title and the description, and my F1 channel is in the description as well. But it's like Rasmus Hojlund needs calling out, because if you want a player to score you loads of goals, clearly Rasmus Hojlund is not the player for you, because them stats are just absolutely woeful, shameful. I mean, it's like before, right? He was getting into a few, dangerous areas, but this season he's not doing it because he hasn't been good enough. And when you're playing for Manchester United, you need to score a lot of goals, which he hasn't been doing. So his performances, in my personal opinion, have been nowhere near the same ball what you expect from a forward and this football club. It's like it's absolutely unbelievable, unbelievable. But it's like, where do we go from here? Let's have a look at his stats from Atalanta, shall we? Rasmus Hojlund, Atalanta stats. Here we go. Let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look. Here we go. Atalanta. He scored for Atalanta. Oh, get out there, man. Just want to see how many goals he scored. Right, according to this, he scored 10, and he's got 4 assists, and 1 yellow card he had at Atalanta. He's had 4 at Manchester United already, so to have more yellow cards than Manchester United is nowhere near sustainable, if you ask me. Then, obviously, it's like, it makes you wonder why we signed him. It's guess. My thinking towards it is that Eric Ten Hag saw potential in him, so that's why he signed him. But to me, Rasmus Hojlund, he just doesn't cut it for me. He's not good enough at the end of the day. It's like, this is no hate on Rasmus Hojlund, but he's got to be doing better. He's got to be taking risks, getting in to dangerous areas. You can use the excuse, oh, he isn't getting the service, all you like, but you need to hold him accountable, because, the reason why he needs to be held accountable at times, because he doesn't really have a clue what he's doing. Whether it's all his fault, I don't know, or the football club are to blame on something. But what I've seen, I just don't think he's a Manchester United level player. And I hope someone snaps him up. I really do. Like, get him out of here. and just just move on. You're not good enough. It's as simple as that. Look, this isn't an agenda against him, not one bit, because I'm not one of them YouTubers. Okay, I'm just giving my personal opinion. But a lot of these content creators literally are, what's the word I'm looking for? They brush it under the carpet too much because they're afraid to call it out. But you know me on this channel, I'm not afraid to call it out. And if we had a more clinical forward, get Hojlund out of here faster before we say bosh. Yeah, but just get him out of here. Just, I mean, what can we expect from him from the rest of the season? I mean, I don't think he's going to score a lot of goals, to be honest. To me, he's just too lazy, not getting into dangerous areas. It's shocking. It really is. It's terrible. It's abysmal at the highest level. Right, let's get to the chat, shall we? Here we go. Right. Rasmus Hojlund is so bad. Why would top players want to come to Manchester United and not play in the Champions League? And I see elite players rejecting Manchester United in the summer. I think if we're not in Europe, they will do, because they would want European football, wouldn't they, down night sorting? Big up to you, by the way. Good evening to you. Manchester United are a Finnish club. I know who should get as a sporting director. I know what you're going to say. What time did you finish? I finished about, I think it was just after 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, it was. We're having such good fun, man. Hojlund is a kid at Manchester United. Yep. Big up Joshy J. Geezer. Why do you have a horrible agenda on Rasmus Hojlund? Look, I'm not one of them YouTubers, okay, who has an agenda on players. I'm just, at the end of the day, as a fan, giving my opinion. That's what it is at the end of the day. If Hojlund leaves Manchester United, he will cook somewhere else. More than likely, but he was hardly starting matches at Atalanta. So it was an absolute joke signing him, honestly. I mean, I have no idea what we're doing here. Landinhala, how long have you been lying? Hello, me friend. Been going for about 12 minutes now, mate. No excuses for Hojlund. Proved that striker for his get surface. I blame it on not having no surface, but proved me wrong. Is that the one who played yesterday in the FA Cup? Is that the one you're talking about? Sorry, bloody autocorrects. Yeah, the one who played yesterday, which I thought he did a lot more than what Rasmus Hojlund did. I mean, Obi, that's it. Obi did a lot more than Rasmus Hojlund. I mean, he could have got a winner for us in normal time, but just couldn't quite steer it on target. But I thought he had a very good game, and he was taking risks as well. Like Josh Rusurski, he takes risks. Yep, Obi. Chidu, Obi. Yeah, I just call him Obi because it's more easier to say. He hit 10k subscribers. Will you be doing the giveaway? Oh, I have no idea. But it's like, how many chances is Rasmus Hojlund going to get? Because it's like, surely there's more clinical strikers out there. So why aren't we bringing in the clinical striker, a proven striker? It's like, this was a big mistake by Manchester United to sign him. That whoever signed him, whether it was the Glazers and that, or say Eric Ten Hag, they need to be held accountable. Because to me, it's just, you cannot have this sort of player in the team who's got such a low scoring record. I mean, it's just baffling, absolutely baffling. But, you know, yeah. So for Atalanta, he made 32 appearances, scoring 9 goals and providing 2 assists. I mean, no wonder why he was on the bench half the time. Even at Atalanta, them stats are shocking. And he's had more yellow cards in the Premier League than what he did at Atalanta. I mean, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, why is it fans keep making up that excuse saying, oh, he isn't getting the service, this and that? Because he's not taking any risks. It's as simple as that. If you're not going to take risks, you're not going to get the service. It's as simple as that at the end of the day. So, you're pretty much fucks, basically. So, yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But, when you're at Manchester United, you are expected to get loads of goals as a forwards because that is our elite high standards. That is how we've been successful in the past. But we're not being successful now, are we? Because poor decisions at this football club, strikers who can hit a fucking barn door. It's just how much more worse is it going to get from the forwards? I mean, Sirski is trying, but he is not world class. But would I keep him for now? Yes, because he may be a success. But as a Rasmus Hojlund, off you go, mate. Get the fuck out of here. It's like these fans need to stop defending him and call it out, call it as you see it. Because what I've seen this season, it's been a disgrace. Let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely get it right. But, I am just sick and tired of how, all these fans get gaslighted into believing these certain things. I mean, it sums the fan base up in a nutshell, honestly. They fall for the PR, but instead of me falling for it, I call it out. And I do not discriminate. If I want to call it out, I will call it out because it's my YouTube channel. And like Jamie Jackson as well, who works in the Guardian or in the Telegraph, he's a brown envelope, and I absolutely cooked him. I really did. Honestly, it's just like, wow, absolutely unbelievable. But let's get some more of your comments, shall we? Here we go. We can make any more excuses for Hojlund. Obi shows more in his camo that Hojlund has all season, and that's no joke. Yeah, facts. Why would Manchester United want to go? Why would the top striker want to go to Manchester United, not playing the Champions League? Would you sell Hojlund, Josh, and who would you replace him with? Chido will be the understudy for when the new striker comes in. Rasmus didn't even start for Atalanta. That is red flags. But this is the thing, Kai. This football club, they don't think about these things, do they? They just panic and make a rash decision. Big up, Michael. Give you a shout out. Michael, help you get to 200 subscribers. Sirski is improving, everyone. Was once back at the start, including me. He just needed time to adapt. Literally, it's ever since he got booed as well, because ever since he got booed, he's responded well. Mr. Joshua J is poor recruitment for Manchester United and Chelsea. Yeah, it's very poor. Big up, bro. Don't become Arsenal, because that's why Chelsea supporters are attacking the owners. Everyone hit the likes and subscribe. Absolutely, it's like the reason why Manchester United stand standards are on the floor, right, is because of the ownership and poor recruitment. This is what is absolutely, in this very moment in time, killed my football club. You know, literally, Manchester United 1.0 is dead. It's time to start with Manchester United 2.0 with new players, new ownership, not part sell, full sell. Glazers, get the fuck out of here, yeah? You are an absolute embarrassment what you've done to my football club, honestly. And Jim making these cutbacks as well behind the scenes. I mean, it's just nowhere near sustainable at the highest level. Yes, that'd be nice, Daniel Night sorting 2K subscribers. It really would, you know. That'd be a dream come true for me, you know, if I get to, well, the next big aim for me really is 5K and 10K. I mean, I know I got a lot of work to do, but we just need to carry on going, putting in the work rate and absolutely landing it. You know, that's all we can do, really, isn't it? I told loads of people not to trust Big Jim because Big Jim likes the youth Arsenal projects. I repeat, the Arsenal projects doesn't work. Facts, it doesn't. And maybe, you know, Chelsea needs to stop this model because, you know, they are just keep signing kids and we're literally doing the same now. So to me, it's nowhere near sustainable. Me and you could do a better job at recruiting players who ever signed off on buying Rasmus for 72 million needs to get the sack. He's not worth more than 25 million. Yes, the sack and the wooden spoon as well. Absolutely need the wooden spoon for that. Dear me. Kids FC. Yeah, true. You know, it is Kids FC. It really is. Chelsea Kids FC. We need our Chelsea SD out because they are idiots. Yeah, sporting director, I think that's what you mean, isn't it? I agree. Yeah. You literally need them out 100%. Rich money makers. You need the ownership out. They've killed your football club. You know, under Roman Abramovich, you know, you were absolutely elite. You know, you had the elite mentality, but sadly, you don't have that anymore, which is, you know, if you come to think of it, that is quite sad if you ask me. But, you know, it's unfortunately the situation your club's in right now. So, yeah, but it's mad, honestly, how so many fans are giving Hojlund a free pass. It's like, no, 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 people. Stop giving them a free pass when Stanley and Stuart are cowards. It's like, call them out, hold them accountable. You know, at times there's just no accountability, is there? As the famous Lee Gunner would say on YouTube, accountability is the best ability. But at times we're not really shown it at Manchester United. The SD are controlling. Barley is getting, yeah, his pants down. He is 100%. Big up at Daylight 14. Yep, absolutely. Big up to every single one you like and logs in this evening. Much appreciated. Facts, rich money makers, don't trust the process because only Arsenal fans do that. And, you know, this trust the process nonsense is a load of PR bollocks, honestly. Absolute bollocks. Hi, mate. Good to see you again, mate. Thank you for having me on your channel last night, Josh. Mate. Yeah, you're welcome, Adam. What a show it was, mate. We absolutely landed the minerals, mate. Chelsea ownership is obsessed with their Brighton model. They like model Brighton Chelsea ownership. And my football club are doing the same as well. We're literally becoming like cheap football club FC. It's just like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Where are the standards these days, people? We are damaging the Chelsea estate with the protests, according to my sources. I mean, but it's important your fan base carry on with the protests. Let's promote our new tracksuit range FC. Yeah, Kai, because this football club is shameless, mate. They don't care. Oh, after we lose the game, let's have a look. Let's see what this shameless football club have done. Let's have a look if they tweeted out any rubbish ever since we got knocked out in the FA Cup yesterday. Like, oh, heads up onto the next, something like that. It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. Seriously. It's ridiculous. Here you go. Patrick Dorgu and Aidan Hagan are able to be named in Thursday's Europa League squad. Here we go. Made a post about the under 18s. I bet you today they put out a post. Here we go. Yeah, but one day ago, we win together and we lose together. Keep your heads up, Reds. Thank you for your support once more. I mean, again, this football club just show no shame at all. They're shameless, absolutely shameless. I knew they'll put out a post like that. Pathetic. But why are you calling out the football club for that, Mr. Joshy J? It's because they like to fleece the fan base with PR, and PR can absolutely get in a fucking bin. I hate PR at the highest level. PR is killing football at the end of the day. On Twitter, I'm losing 450 followers since I turned against the source of direction of Chelsea. Where's free seats? Exactly, rich money makers. I agree with you, mate. PR and nonsense news. I'm done with every time Chelsea loses a game, making over 500 staff redundant FC. Facts, Sky. Facts. It's a disgrace, mate. It's shocking. But again, this football club is shameless, absolutely shameless at times. There's no accountability. Get all the Man United, the wooden spoon, Josh, right? Yeah, here we go. To add on at Manchester United, who has lowered the standards. Wooden spoon for you lot, honestly. How dare you kill off my football club? Literally, that's what you've done. Manchester United 1.0 is dead. We need Manchester United 2.0. Look, the badge may be the same and that, but supporting this football club just doesn't. There feels something missing with it. Look, I'm still supporting them and getting behind in them, but supporting them just feels so different these days because how they've become, unfortunately. I mean, I do hate Arsenal fans because they are so overconfident. I've been done Chelsea sorting director since last summer. Thank you, Josh Wright. Love your top Josh Wright. Oh, yeah, the Green Army, Plymouth Argyle. Yep. I mean, they played quite well against Man City. You know, I was very impressed with their performance. At the end of the day, Man City had too much in their locker, didn't they, at the end of the day? But, you know, it's like in the transfer market, why on earth did we not go for more clinical forwards? Like Sirski had a bit of a slow start, but now he is starting to settle in. But, you know, now this is just going to be complete messy, honestly. It's like, wow, what are we doing here, people? What are we actually doing here? But excuse me, big ups to every single one of you live and locked in and saying, yes, Adam, did my football club, and I had fish and chips for my dinner. Fish and chips, mushy peas, curry sauce. Add it as a takeaway, mate. Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Loved it. But big ups to every single one of you live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. Lauren James would suit Aaron's system. Yeah, nice, Josh, mate. Thank you, Adam. The worry is a lot of fans are telling me to wait another 2 years to challenge just the top four. And no way I'm dropping my standards. I agree with you, rich money makers. Do not drop the standards because I'm not allowed my standards to drop, but I will carry on raising the standards because the way Manchester United have performed this past decade or so is nowhere near sustainable, nowhere near sustainable for my elite high standards. It's as simple as that at the end of the day. But, you know, it's like if Ruben Amorim, your ownership will get a championship manager and unproven manager what Chelsea got. More than likely, it wouldn't surprise me at all down like sorting. You're doing the call-in on your channel again, Josh, mate. Soon. Very soon, mate. There's no way that Sir Jim is Manchester United. If you really care about this group, he would let Saudi buy this club. Exactly. And it's like, if we start protesting and we get the ownership out, I don't want a part sell. I want a full sell. We need to get the Glazers out. We need to get Jim out and his group as well. Enios, all you, fuck off. It's as simple as that. The way you have absolutely buried my football club is a disgrace, honestly. I hope you're proud because as a fan, I am sure not proud. I am giving you the fucking wooden spoon, honestly, because this is not Manchester United. I don't know what this is, people, but it's not Manchester United. That's for sure. What pisses me off, we have a talented team, but just need a goalkeeper experience, FB, and a striker. Do you mean a left back or a right back? I think that's what you meant to say, to help Jackson. And I think we can challenge for the title. The Glazers will never sell this club. They don't care. No, they don't. They don't care about the football club, Kai. All they care about is the pounds note, taking money in the football club to put into Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yep, wouldn't soon as well for you, Glazers. Honestly. And for Manchester United in 14th, wouldn't soon for that as well. Dear me. 14th, Josh Ray. I can't go for that, Josh Ray. I mean, it's just so unheard of, Adam, for a football club of this standards. At Richard's Moneymakers, there's nothing talented about this team, mate. No, there isn't, Sky. There's, it's like the players just look lost their ideas. It's like Ruben Amorim. Oh yeah, I gotta listen to what he said about Wayne Rooney and that because apparently Wayne Rooney called him naive. So yeah, we need to take a look at that. I mean that is wild. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, what the actual fuck, man? Here we go. Ruben Amorim, Wayne Rooney. Here we go. Let's have a look. What Rooney says. Here we go.
Isn't he this season in a sense because they've brought him in. It's not his team. It's not a team that can play actually really in the style that he wants. So he needs time. Do you think he'll get it?
There's Lee Gunners being laugh out loud. There are a few Arsenal fans that are not that bad, and other Arsenal fans think they are going to win everything. I mean, Arsenal fans are so jarring to listen to, mate, but Lee Gunner is one I absolutely love. I could listen to him all day long because he holds high standards for his football club, and he knows that Arsenal going about 5 or 6 years out of trophy is nowhere near sustainable. Wayne Rooney's sales manager, he can shut up. Adam Partridge, big up fella. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I do think he'll get it. And I think it's not a free hit because I think you'd expect a bit more from Manchester United than what we're seeing since he's been in. It's very difficult to come in during the season and not have his pre-season to implement his plans with the team. But
that's what I've been saying all along. You know, like he wasn't given a pre-season, and he doesn't really have his own team yet. So it's like, how on earth can you judge him honestly, Ruben Amorim? How? He's been thrown into the deep end and he's been set up to fail. It's as simple as that. Ligue 1 understands the game and you need to win, not finish second. Exactly, rich money makers. You're spot on, mate. It's like, what do you get for finishing second? Fuck all. It's as simple as that. Just because Rooney is an all-time great player doesn't mean he's a good pundit. Thanks, Kai. Thanks, mate. Big up, yeah, big up to you, Adam 25. But yeah, anyway, let's carry on listening to this, what Wayne Rooney was saying. Then we'll hear what Ruben Amorim said.
He has to look to the future and moving forward. And how can he, firstly, he says win the Premier League, how can he compete?
I mean, win the Premier League. I mean, Ruben Amorim, come on, mate. You're not winning the Premier League with this team. We got more chance in getting relegated than winning the Premier League with this team. I mean, what the fuck, man? Seriously, I like you, Ruben Amorim, but what the fuck? That is just shocking. Your coach just after to change the back three, get some results just for pride. Yep. The worst pundit whole time is Gabby Agbonnahor. Oh yeah, he used to play for Aston Villa. Igao is so deluded and still backing Arteta, and he will be crying once again when they win nothing this season, and how Arsenal fans still backing him, not under pressure, and he should be. Yeah, but, you know, it's like, according to the Arsenal fan base, he's the best looking Spaniard and he's got loads of different gel in his hair. I mean, get out of here, man. Seriously. Zesty fans these days on social media. Some football fans up in their nutshell, honestly. I can't stand. Nothing has changed ever since Eric Ten Hag. Same thing. But, you know, what isn't the same is Ruben Amorim has lost more games than Eric Ten Hag did in the season. But, you know, what is he meant to do with this team? There's no proper leadership in this team. There's no accountability. So it's like we are completely screwed over. Honestly, it really is worrying times. Their fan base fancies Arteta geezer. Yeah, they do, Michael. Yeah. It's just, it sums up modern day football fans in a nutshell.
Get a bit further up the table. I think that's the next step for them. But ultimately, the goal moving forward over the next few years is to try and do that.
You had, sorry, Mike, you had a little go. Obviously, you've had a few goes at management. Ultimately, you can only deal with what you've got as players, isn't it? Isn't it about the talent on the pitch? You can only do so much.
Yeah,
unless you know the game. However great player you are, however strong a management are, the best managers are the ones that got the best players.
Yeah, of course, and I think that's normal. But I think the issue maybe of looking too far ahead is what we're seeing over the last 10, 15 years is managers are not getting that time.
No. So what happens if he comes to your channel? Say, okay, can we cook him? Oh, mate, yeah, I'm ready.
Maybe, I think that it's a little bit naive to say we're looking to win the Premier League because from where they are now.
That I agree with Wayne Rooney. I think for Ruben Amorim to come out and say that win the Premier League is delusional.
They're a long way off that.
You've been inside the club.
Like I said, we got more chance in getting relegated than winning the Premier League again first. And I'm not even joking. I watched the whole Arsenal documentary and I noticed a lot from the documentary that Chelsea are doing, and I know for a fact that the sporting director watch the Arsenal documentary. More than likely.
United, obviously, a huge club. But what's happened? Why has there been such a fall off? You know, you've been in the dressing room, you've played with the players, you know what it's like to be successful for Man United. How can it go from winning trophy after trophy to then now we're talking about, people talking about relegation battle, you know?
I have no idea. I think since Alex Ferguson left, David Gill left.
I don't see Arsenal winning anything next season for Arteta.
In terms of obviously Mourinho, Van Gaal, David Moyes, very experienced manager. Everyone's been in and tried to get more out of players, out the team, and obviously we're seeing changes off the pitch with Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos coming in, and a lot of speculation of different changes with the staff, with certain things around the club. So I think everyone's a little bit on edge. I think certainly now, but over the last 10 years, there's been a slow decline of the football club, and they just need to try and get some consistency in what they're doing. Whether that's with the manager, with the process, recruitment, and how they want to try and move forward. And if they get that right, then they will start to get better. But
I think you could even go back to, you talked about when Alex Ferguson left and stuff. But if you look at Liverpool now, they've got a new manager in Arne Slot, and it's testament to how Jurgen Klopp left the club in a really good state. So and the structure above is really good. That probably wasn't the case at the end of Sir Alex Ferguson. I know they won the league that season, but it wasn't their best side.
No, I mean, that Manchester United team, when Sir Alex Ferguson left, it was not in a good place. I mean, I don't blame Ferguson for that. I blame the Glazers. That's the reason why, after he retired, the team went to shit. It's because they just haven't put enough into the team, improving the team. I mean, the only time they ball players, it's ridiculous money. Shall I tell you why they do it? For the pound out and shirt sales, because they think if we spend big money on one player, we'll bring it in for shirt sales and that. It's like, no, seriously, what is going on at my beautiful football club? If Chelsea wins the Conference League this season, would you say Chelsea had a better season than Arsenal? I mean, if Arsenal don't win anything, can you win the Conference League? Yes, because at the end of the day, it's about winning the trophies, isn't it? So, yeah, but, it is crazy, people. Absolutely crazy what is going on at the moment at my football club behind the things. Wow, unbelievable. But I guess that is the joys sometimes being a Manchester United manager, isn't it, at the end of the day? But, I just want to say welcome to Mr. Joshy J YouTube channel. If anyone has hit that subscribe button recently, welcome aboard to this YouTube channel. Chelsea wins the Conference League match. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that, Daniel 14. 100%, mate. But, it's like Manchester United, seriously. Wow. This football club, seriously. Signing a player who simply is not good enough. It's just, wow. But this football club is literally, at times, finished.
And a lot of their players, a lot of their great players, were coming to the very ends of their careers. And then
I think he just wants to change Dynamite's 14, but yeah, that's a shame he's leaving.
I think from there, they've had problems. The academy wasn't delivering the players that they were before and stuff like that.
But but they could go and buy the best in class. Because Man United was still a draw because of its success.
Because the recruitment's not been good.
The recruitment's been poor, and also now what the problem United have got, and the new manager's PSR. You can want to get rid of 6 or 7 and bring in 4 or 5, and you might even be able to entice them in. But if you haven't got the capability of doing it financially because of PSR, you're then trying to put this jigsaw together that's really difficult to do.
When you say recruitment, then what do you mean by that? Because the players that were brought in have normally done well. See, Anthony Ajax did really well. He's going on loan now. He's doing well. You see McTominay going to Napoli doing well, and that's why.
Well, good evening, Hayden Cox. And I read your message, and I gotta say, get well soon, mate. You know that is horrific news, mate. That is absolutely horrific. Yeah, get well soon, mate. Are you going to drink beer after the last game on stream that day and that night? Probably, mate. Just to put this season in the bin, seriously. PSR in the bin, Josh, mate. Yes. Yeah, you're welcome, Hayden Cox. Just rest up, mate. And yeah, you know where I am if you want to message me.
The pressure of Man United that some of the players can't deal with.
Yeah, there's certainly big pressure, but going back to recruitment, Manchester United have spent a lot of money over the last 10 years. And
yes, Wayne, we have spent a lot of money, but overspending on one player like Paul Pogba, 80 million. You know, Anthony, 21, 70 million. I mean, the amount of money we were spending on one player was pathetic, because you could literally bring in about 2 or 3 players with that money. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously. That's all we used to do. We kept paying the fucking big bucks. I mean, seriously. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. It's called trust protest. Yeah. It's not trust the process. It's called trust the protest.
I think what they've done, the structure hasn't been there because a certain manager has had a long period of time to put that in place, or the club haven't put that structure of what they want in place. So the buying players, like we see 90 million on Lukaku, on Pogba, all these players coming in as individuals, and it looks like there hasn't been a long-term plan to have this way of playing, this style, this identity of how we want to play. And then we see a new manager come in who wants his own way of playing, like we're seeing now Manchester United come to a back three. So every time that's starting to move forward a little bit, it gets ripped up again, and because you've got a different style and different.
Well, you should applaud that then. If he's sticking by his principles, that's what you want. Because
it's whether the club sticks by their principles of having him.
I think one of the problems, though, Gary, is the fact that you hear the reports that Man United have to sell to bring players in.
That's what I'm saying.
And that is a difficult part. Normally, it's
for you, Adam. PR and PSR in the bin. Wouldn't soon for that, honestly.
Historically, Man United could go buy the best players.
And the other thing, even if he gets all the backing in the world and he wants to play this system and he's financially able to bring in players, I'm not sure that system can win the.
No, I don't think we will either down like 14. I don't think we'll get top 4 next season at all, mate.
Premier League against the type of teams he's coming up against. It might be more competitive in another season, but I don't think playing that way. Only one team have won the Premier League playing that way, and that was Chelsea. Yeah. Let's not forget who they had in the middle of the pitch. They had Matic and Kante. Yeah. And they also had Costa and Hazard up the top, which is a bit different.
Well, they've got much better players overall.
But when you're trying to, go and win the Premier League, as the manager's saying there, you need to be in a stable position to bring the best players in. And if I'm a player playing in a different country or in a different club,
big thank you, Josh. You're the best. YouTube, mate. Cheers, Adam.
I'm not sure. The top players want Champions League football, and unfortunately, that's not where the club are.
But say if you're at Everton now, and they come in for you back in, and they're in this position, but you've also got Man City and whoever else coming. You're looking now, and you're.
When I signed United, United were actually in transition there with. Chelsea were dominating at that period. Arsenal, then Chelsea were. So we were in transition when I signed, and big reason why I signed was Southgate.
Yeah, cheers, Hayden Cox.
Because you knew that he'd get it right and he'd build up that team again, where it's hard to see that now.
It maybe needs a dominant figure like that. And it'd be interesting if Amorim is that in time, whether he'd be given that time.
Let's have a look. Ruben Amorim, here we go. Now he responds, I am not naive. So let's listen. Oh, here we go. What? Oh, no, brown envelope has been literally on TalkSport slamming Wayne Rooney. Ah, fucking heck, man. Yes, Josh is the best Aidan Cox. Chelsea playing Copenhagen in the Conference League. And what's my score prediction? I mean, I'll probably reveal it in my preview tomorrow because I'll be doing a preview to that game tomorrow. So I'll give my score prediction on that, I think. So anyway, let's have a look how Ruben Amorim responded. And then I guess we could absolutely... I mean, that Ron and Simon Jordan, honestly, what an absolute brown envelope.
Obviously, disappointing in the sense that you have the chance to two tournament, 2 ways of getting into Europe and lost again another game. What was your reflection?
I think we started quite well with good possession.
We did start quite well with possession and that. We definitely started the game very well, I thought.
Controlling the game. But we cannot maintain that for all the game. Sometimes we drop the line to feel more comfortable, trying to use the transitions. I think during the game we create the best chances. Sometimes we didn't control the game.
Exactly. What are these people doing?
With the penalties.
Yeah, they do down like 14.
Both sides, and today was not our day. No, he was really confident to take a shot. He's training really well, scoring in training. So it was
yeah, I'm just listening to the way Ruben Amorim responded to Wayne Rooney. Briefing like proper adult, something.
Anything can happen in
a presentation of what? Yeah, exactly.
Time to train, but we need to see the opposition, feel the moment of the player physically in this moment with a lot of games, because we are going to start playing Thursday, Wednesday, Sunday. Anything can happen, but I will focus on just the next game and not trying in that way, like I'm going to change the striker. I will choose the best players to win the next match. Are you confident that goal?
Yeah, okay, that's fine, Dan. I think
we have a problem with goals. Today we create situations, but even in the last game, sometimes you felt that just in set pieces we are going to make some danger. So I think the first step is to create situation. Today we create, but we have to improve that to help our forwards and strikers to score.
So, you have a problem with goals. You have a problem with the number of players you have the trips starting out. It seems to pick up more injuries.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have to see how his age, Harry Maguire. We will see.
Absolutely, Adam. I will.
We have to move.
Because, like I said, if anyone chats shit about my football club and that, they're getting the wooden spoon and getting called out.
It will be a competitive team on Thursday.
How big is this exit to you in the season?
It's always hard because you always have the cups when the league is not going in the right direction. But we need to focus on the big goal, is that improving the team, to trying to imagine how we are going to improve the team, not just in this moment, in this season, for the next season. So we have to think not just in the moment, but also in the future.
I think
you can. No, I think you can feel it that he has like a little bit that knock in the knee.
Ruben Amorim, since he became manager, moved from 14th to 14th in the Premier League in 17 games, knocks out to the FA Cup, knocks out to the Carabao Cup. He has arrived. I mean, it's been shit, honestly. Adam Dad 25.
He's good in transitions. We need that in the team sometimes. He's creating and trying to go 1-against-1 is also a thing that we lack in this squad. So I think he's training well. I think he did well today. So he has to be ready for the next match.
We have a situation in like 70 to 80 minutes within one. Normally the last 10 minutes of a cup tie, like this at Old Trafford, you're stepping out to keep throwing everything. And the goalkeeper's taking an ace to take a little bit, and then it happened again, minutes later, and then again, and again.
Yeah, it's also frustration for
Just because they win something like a trophy or a domestic cup, that does not mean that they are right person, right manager for the job, and does not cover the crack. It's been a relief not seeing the Chelsea boys team this weekend. Yeah, the Chelsea men, I bet, but not the best of weekends for your women's team only drawing yesterday, but you're still unbeaten, and I still think you'll win the WSL title because you're still 5 points clear, but we have trimmed it down a little bit, but you're still favourites by a country mile.
Andre, I think he's trying to read the team. Sometimes you felt that our team was so tired. We played the last game with less one player the second half, and I feel this game is using that time for us.
Yeah, I agree. Adam Dad 25.
Sometimes we push the team forward, then you feel that the players need a little bit moment. So I think he wants to help the team, and not the opposite thing.
Last question. So.
You are lucky that you have some experienced players in your team, but watch out. Big Jim could get rid of your experienced players. Just watch out for that. Wouldn't put it past him at all, Richard's moneymakers. And he just goes to cheap options, signing these kids for the profit. I wouldn't put it past him at all, mate.
After the match, the goal really said, it's naive to say that he's on the set. He was joining now yet good thing that he was What do you react to that? Is he really still a realistic thing to be talking about?
No, that is the goal. Be naive is to think that we are going to do this season or are going to be the best contender for the next season. So I know that is in this moment everybody knows everything. So I know that, and this is really easy. I was a pundit when I finished my career, so I know it's really easy. Our goal is to win the Premier League. Maybe it's not with me, but our goal as a club, the board, is winning the Premier League like we did in the past with all the great glories and the legends of this club.
But we're a long way off it.
We know that we are in the difficult moment, and I'm not naive. That's why I'm here coaching at 40 years old the Manchester United. Thank you.
Right, let's have this then. Let's have a listen to what this brown envelope has been saying. So she does, they have their version of Rasmus Hojlund. His name is Oscar Son Iceland.
Monday morning, we're talking about Manchester United, eh? Nothing changes, does it? Manchester United, holders of the FA Cup, out of the FA Cup. Beaten at home on penalties by Fulham, and Fulham go to the next stages. They play Crystal Palace at home, and Manchester United are left to lick their wounds. So was it curious that post-match, Ruben Amorim said the goal is to win the Premier League? I know we're losing games, but the goal is to win the Premier League again. I don't know how long it will take. Back in studio, Wayne Rooney countered on that. I think it's naive to say they're looking to win the Premier League because from where they are now, they're a long way off that. I think he'll get time, but it's not a free hit because he'll expect more from Manchester United.
They bought him from Copenhagen, Chelsea round to 16 payment for the Conference League. Yeah.
That what we're seeing since he's been in, he says winning the Premier League, how can they compete? To get further up the table, I think that's the next step for him. So basically the question this morning is, if he can't stabilise it in the short term, why is Amorim talking in the long term? And yet you, Simon, think, no, I'm with Amorim. Didn't really say anything out of order.
Well, I think it's something and nothing. I think the most ridiculous observations are Wayne Rooney taking it literally. It's like listening to Trump, isn't it? You take him seriously, but you don't take...
Why are we bringing up the American leader for into a football conversation? I mean, what are we doing here? And Wayne Rooney, of course, is entitled to his own opinion. Get in the bin, you're running, honestly. These men chat absolute bollocks. They really do. And then he will cook United backline and defence looking to score a goal. Simon Jordan, please shut it. Exactly. Utter running, honestly. Big up Adam there.
Literally, I mean, you take the fact that Man United's objective. Well, you should. You look at it and say, Man United should be winning Premier Leagues in times to come. He's giving you a situation saying, yes, our goal, our DNA, our raison d'etre. The whole reason why
DNA is something you hate. You hate that phrase.
Let's not use DNA then. The whole culture of this football club, then, for want of a better expression,
is
set up to do things.
So that's Manchester City, so that's what we're going to achieve.
I think Wayne Rooney is just responding to what I think should be talk that the manager should be shutting down. If I'm the manager and saying, guys, we are that bad, we don't want to be looking at the long-term goal, which is obviously a club of this stature to win the Premier League. We need to be looking at winning the next tackle, the next header, the next football match.
Yeah.
I want us in the Premier League to be there next season. At the moment, we're getting it completely wrong. I'm part of that now, and I'm a part of the problem. And I'm going to be held responsible for that until I get it right. And I'm going to work with this group of players to turn it around, because at the moment,
he's not going to enough. He's not going to work with that group of players. He's going to change that group of players. The same group of players that we have sat here systematically, religiously, and relentlessly saying aren't good enough. The manager knows they're not good enough. The conversations he's had with the owners, if the owners are comfortable with his dialogue, then who are we to suggest that he should be saying something different? Because there's not a manager in this room.
What has he done?
Anybody that's managed a football club
publicly, he has said that the worst ever Manchester United team. What is he doing?
And he rode back from that, didn't
to
he?
improve
And he
us as a group.
And he rode back.
He's waving a flag at how poor we are.
Well, Rooney's nailed it, I think. It was naive to talk about winning the Premier League.
I agree. I mean, the fact we're having this conversation about winning the Premier League is ridiculous. This football club have got much more bigger problems first. And they're talking about us winning the Premier League. I mean, what the fucking heck are we doing here?
Because that's long term. In the short term, you can't even get that.
Who's naive here?
Here's Callum, a Manchester United fan who's waited patiently. Callum, good morning. What's your take on this?
To be honest, my take on it is quite harsh on the players. To be honest, I think they've lost their confidence over the last sort of year since the FA Cup final. I think that's the best we've played in the last 2 years. And we only turn up on flashpoints, and we've sort of lost our identity as a football club. And I quite like the fact that we've got a manager now who's willing.
Just say Manchester United 1.0 is finished, mate, because that's what it is. Finished.
To put his neck out on the line and sort of go, do you know what, actually, with Man United, our aim is to win the Premier League at some stage. Admittedly, I'll admit I think we're about 3 or 4 years away. But I would rather
3 or 4 years away. I say like maybe 5 to 7 years away.
have a manager who is willing to sort of say these things and sort of show his fight for it. I just think the players don't have the right mentality.
Okay, Callum, listen, fair point. You support Amorim, but you're wielding a stick at the players, really. Luke's a big Manchester United fan. Luke, where do you stand on this? Rooney says Amorim's comments were naive. Do you agree?
Maybe, yeah, naive. However, as a football fan, this is what we want. We want hope. I paid $5.5 a year for the season ticket. I paid $2,000
$5.5 a year. Why are you paying that? Why are you giving that sort of money to the ownership for? $5.5 Yeah, and you're giving it to them owners. I mean, these owners do not care about the football club. They don't understand the history. Yeah, you're a fool paying that. $5.5 for a season ticket. Dear me. Get the fuck out of here, man. What an absolute joke. I mean, that fan can do what he wants, you know. I'm just giving my personal opinion. That is madness at the highest level. Ha ha ha. The transition, blah, blah, blah. At this point, they just don't exist. Those talking points. Yeah, exactly.
Here for Sky Sports and BT to watch them, plus the kids for the kids. We want hope, yeah. That's why we're a football fan, for the hope. Now, if we are going to win the league, not one of these players will be there when we win the league. Similar, Arteta never improved his squad of players. Arsenal did not get, he did come in and turn the players around. He started challenging when he had a new 11, and that'd be the same at Man United. You forget, Amorim took over a team that was 13th in the league. Now we're 14th. It's not gone drastically wrong.
It's not gone drastically wrong. Luke, I mean, I don't know how you can say that. Mid-table.
Then why did they have
when Amorim came in, everyone thought, right, let's see what this guy can do.
Yeah, I agree.
You're going to shoot up that table. We've heard such great things about him at Sporting Lisbon. None of that has happened. They're at the FA Cup yesterday and they're the holders.
Listen, it's extremely rare for a manager to come in mid-season and change things around. When Klopp came in at Liverpool, he took over a team in 8th, the best manager in the world, people were saying, and he finished in 8th. He did not improve that squad of players. When Arteta came in, the team was in 8th. He finished the season in 8th. The next season, he finished the season in 8th. You only improve when you get better players. This squad of players, I said this last time I was on, are mid-table players. Can I ask you a question? Based on that squad of players, Martin, where would you expect Manchester United to finish?
Well, I would have expected them to finish way higher than they are right now.
Where though?
Well, I think they could have been a 10th position in their table. I would have expected them to go backwards. I would be almost thoroughly ashamed if I come in, because I am looking at the short term. Okay, there's a long term, but they're going to be my players for the rest of the season. So it's up to me, isn't it, to get something from them? And it's not an us and them situation. They're my players now, and I'm going to have to. There needs to be a unity. It seems to me that he's blaming players that look, it's other people's work. Yeah. It's not. It's his club now. They're his players, and they're going down fast. They'll stay up, but there's a hell of a lot of work to do.
It's interesting you characterise it. Everybody said that if he comes in and plays a 3, they're going to struggle. Yeah. So people weren't universally accepting the fact that he was going to come in and set the place on fire. They were already grave reservations about the style of play that he had in Portugal.
Yeah, that's very true.
Has it gone backwards? You didn't
Adam,
did you?
No, 25. Very true, mate.
I think the guy in the longer term will have his pre-season. We'll judge him next year. Okay, Luke, before you go, you mentioned the word hope a few times.
Yeah.
How much hope do you have that they'll put Real Sociedad out of the Europa League?
Well, I'll be honest, it all goes down to that. I want 2 heartbroken yesterday, but if we go out to Sociedad, it is the season over. I'm not extremely confident. Yeah, again, we just got to hope, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough. Luke, thanks for your call. Gary, where do you stand on this? Take us to the break.
It's difficult to say, Adam, who I like, really.
Absolutely not. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Absolutely not. He's just saying what he's hoping or wants to do. It's not going to be something you're going to do in 5 minutes. You take Alex Ferguson. He came in, and some people saying that he's one game away from the sack. Well, but certainly not.
The man is only small part of the problem. You get the staff, boarding directors, and all the people that works for corrupts his money. They don't care about people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, paying taxes or anything out. Yep.
I just think if there's any comment that's naive, it's Wayne Rooney's.
What are you seeing in Amorim that, other than the fact that he's just ripping the place apart, what are you seeing in the performances that really convince you that this is going to be turned around?
It's not so much the performances. I think there's a culture change that needs to be made at the club. And you're not going to do that in 5 minutes, Martin. It's something that you need to work on. You take Arteta, he's changed the culture there, and he took how long? But it needs to be changed. And if the players are
Andy Galston, I quite like him as well.
Yeah.
Then they're not going to be
But don't players stop listening, Gary, when you don't get the results that you're looking for? People start looking around the room thinking, hold on, does this guy really know what he's trying to do?
If the players are not willing to listen to that manager, then they shouldn't be at the club.
But I don't think, I'll be in that dressing room now thinking, I'm looking and seeing players running around the pitch, not really sure of their roles and responsibilities. I'm concerned, and I think the system's flawed. I don't like a three at the back. And it's like, I'm looking at the players and I don't think they're really enjoying the way they're playing. It doesn't feel there's going to be a success. That system, you've only seen one team win the Premier League, Conte at Chelsea, and he had fantastic players to work with. That system puts you at a disadvantage. I think they should be playing a 4. I don't get it that they're playing this system. Okay. I'd love to be in a room and argue with the manager, to be honest.
Gary, thank you for the call. Maybe Ben from Ware has got it right. Amorim is in a lose-lose situation. If he says the aim isn't to win the league, then he gets vilified for having no ambition. If he says the aim is to win the league, he's naive.
Jim White and Simon Jordan.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, honestly. Wow. But going back to Rasmus Hojlund, why on earth do we literally keep giving him so many opportunities? He's not good enough. We need to get rid of him. He simply just does not score enough goals. He has poor work rate. Just like the clown, like Mr. Drew from... Yeah, mediocre talking points. Yeah, I agree. 100% agree with you. But, Hojlund needs to go. It's as simple as that. My patience is up with him. But, anyway, let's have a look. Who's lying? Who I like? Let's see. Who's lying? Here we go. Let's have a look. I saw Lee Gunner was lying earlier on, so we'll have a look. Here we go. Yes, he is lying. Yeah, but good night as well, Adam. And big ups to every single one of you. Right, we're going to redirect to Lee Gunner then. So when you head over to his YouTube channel, make sure you put Mr. Joshy J Raid, or Mr. Joshy J was the one who sent you over. Zero born knowledge and the end of reports. Absolutely good show. Cheers, Rich Money Makers. I appreciate that, mate. But anyway, Mr. Joshy J Raid. Cheers for watching. Good night, everyone.